For 90 minutes on Tuesday night, Mark Kelly and Martha McSally faced off in their only debate. But was everything they said truthful? Let's start with health care.
Senator McSally, we'll go for 45 seconds for a rebuttal. Did you vote to take away funding for pre-existing conditions?
Of course I didn't, and I hope we have more time to talk about this. I will always protect people with pre-existing conditions, and Democrats and Republicans agree about that.
So who's correct? In July, PolitiFact, which is run by the Poynter Institute, looked at the claim. It found that while in the U.S. House, McSally did vote for the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, which is the only law on the books protecting people with pre-existing conditions. McSally said she's voted for legislation that would preserve that protection. A 2017 bill that she voted for, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, could cause people with pre-existing conditions to pay higher insurance premiums. Let's move on to another topic from the debate and your TV ads.
He later on retired and then recruited Tencent, a company close to the Chinese government, to invest in a company that he co-founded.
Worldview is a near-space company that Kelly helped found but left when he started his campaign. It does have investments from Tencent, the Chinese company. Kelly and the company have never denied that fact, but a number of other venture capital companies have also invested. It should be noted that the Arizona Mirror reports that McSally owned mutual funds that included Tencent. Now let's talk about Senate policy.
If you are in the Senate, would you support a filibuster to delay the nomination?
Well, this whole thing indicates how broken Washington is. The discussion of the filibuster.
Who do you need to hear from to form an opinion on the filibuster question?
I'll need to hear an opinion from Arizonans. And when I make that decision, I will let Arizonans know. This is something that might not even come up for discussion. And if it does, I'll spend some time thinking about it. And
to be clear, Kelly did not say whether or not he supports ending the filibuster, and that's where the criticism lies. Some people believe that while he says he wants to study the issue, he should have already done so and should have an answer and not wait to see what happens with the election. It's important because if the filibuster is removed from the rules, the majority party in the Senate can do whatever it wants. The filibuster is a way for one senator, often in the minority party, to slow the process down because it takes 60 votes to break it, which means more than half the Senate must agree to end a filibuster on an issue. Older Senate rules required a senator to continue talking during a filibuster. That rule has now changed. The filibuster is a Senate rule. It's not in the Constitution. Finally, we turn to gun control, specifically background checks and red flag laws.
So again, last year you said you were open to considering red flag gun laws. Is that still the case?
You're misstating the conversations we were having with the White House. We need to make sure that if somebody has been adjudicated to be mentally ill by a judge, that they're in the NICS system. That's what the law is right now. And many states don't put that information in the NICS system, so people end up passing a background check anyway.
With 4 years in the House and nearly 2 years in the Senate, McSally has had her chance to weigh in on background checks and red flag laws. In August of 2019, McSally told the Arizona Republic she was, quote, open to solutions that prevent gun violence. In 2015, she backed legislation that tied gun registration and mental health. The bipartisan bill had the backing of the NRA and the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It reauthorized the federal background check for gun purchases and required states upload data about mental health records to that system. When Governor Doug Ducey proposed a red flag law, McSally said the federal government could incentivize state-level proposals.
All right, Christopher, thanks. And those were just a few of the claims that you looked into. Overall, though, what's your take on how honest the candidates were with viewers?
With McSally, we have an advantage. She has a record from her time in the House and her time in the Senate. Obviously, for Kelly, we don't have that advantage. But I would say overall, both candidates said things that stuck to their narratives.
All right, Christopher Conover, thanks for your insight. We look forward here to the next few weeks ahead of us.